Good morning, my friends. Hang on. Let me turn on a light. Oh, I don't even know if that's going to help. Good morning. Good morning. Finally made it. I had to go up and down the stairs 40 times. Let's see. Hi, Karen. Good morning, Cindy. Hi, Margaret. Good morning. Looks like you're the first ones here. Let's see. Anyone else showing? Gosh, I'm all out of breath. Nice cord there for my internet. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Stephanie Z. Good morning. Hi, Karen. Hi, Russ. Good morning. Hi. Oh, Teresa. Hi, Marcy. Hi, Carlon. Good morning. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, April in Florida. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Linda. Hi, Upstairs Hobby Room. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Damari. Hi, Beth. Good morning. Hi, Dawn. Good morning to you. Hi, Rhoda. Let's see. Hi, Jan. Hi, Okie Karen. Good morning. Everybody's making it. Hi, Brenda. Good afternoon to you. Hi, Donna. Hello. Hi, Susan. Hi, Wisconsin. I'm sorry. Valerie in Wisconsin. No, wait. Susan in Wisconsin. Hi, Valerie in Illinois. Hi, Karen. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Robin. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning. Kimberly's in Temecula. Hi, Jeannie. Hello, in Kent, Washington. Hi, Ruth Debbie. Hello. Ruth Debbie wants me to remind you to give us a thumbs up and a heart and a share and all that good stuff. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Sylvie. Hi, Gloria. Oh my gosh, I'm still out of breath. I had to go up and down the stairs like 40 times. Hang on. Let me just move this over a little. Fix this. I just want it to be better here. Oh, that didn't work. Hang on. There we go. I just want it to be close. Oh, it's not going to work. Come on. I lost my mouse again. That's one thing about having a wireless mouse is you lose them a lot. I think it like walked away from my house because I've looked everywhere it's supposed to be and it's not, which cracks me up because usually it's just like right here. So let's see. Hi, Gloria in Wisconsin. Hi, Sonia. Teresa says, oh, wow, loving the new sets. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Kimberly says your cardio is done for the day. I'm telling you, I feel like it is. Hi, Agnes. I was running. That's why it didn't help. Hi, Tina. Good morning. Let's see. Hi, Holly in South Dakota. Hi, Christy. She said, it's summer. I can watch live now. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Summer. You know what? That is June birthday cards are a little late. Carlon says placing in the mail today. Goodness, there are around 70 June birthdays. Wow, you're a rock star. Yeah, it is officially summer. And it is my favorite time of year. Summer, I love the early mornings, late nights where it's all light still. Ken and I went for a walk around our neighborhood last night, like at 7:00, and it was like light out still, and it was just like a heavenly. Usually, sometimes in the winter, like 7:00 is pitch black, so I enjoyed it. Hi, Bethany. Hello. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Michelle. So it was just very, very glorious. Very excited. Hi, Quilty. Hello. Can I tell you guys something? Well, you all know that my dear favorite dog in the whole wide world, Cookie, passed away September of 23, which I cannot believe. I feel like it was yesterday. But I found a breeder, and I know, adopt, don't shop. I know I suck. Okay. Write me up. What can I do? But I found, hang on, I gotta search it because I found where I want to get my puppy from. And I found them because I saw a dog that I fell in love with at the park. And so I sucked up all my social anxiety and I went up and talked to the lady, and she told me where she got the dog. She told me how they raise them and how they grow up around like little babies and little kids and stuff. So they're like used to having their ears pulled and used to being, pushed around a lot, and they're just like very mellow. And so I know I'm going to use this lady. And she has like 3 dogs available right now. And we're not supposed to have a dog where we are right now, so I can't do it. But let me just tell you, I'm just going to show you a couple pictures because I am madly, deeply in love, and I can't stand it. So they're doodles. So they're half whatever and half poodle. Hi, Frank and Sharon. Hello. Agnes says, "Don't beat yourself up. I lost my Yorkie 2 years ago, and I just got a new one." Yeah, I am like seriously. Oh wait. Oh gosh, I just took you to my own. How did that happen? Um, there we go. So that look at the puppy. Look at the puppy. Is that just like the cutest? That one's name is Binge. Okay, this one's name is. They just name them, just to name them. This one's name is Church. Look at that. Look at that. Like I'm just like ready to cry. It's so cute. And this one's going to be 10 to 15 pounds. So, oh my gosh, you guys shut up. Look at this one. Hang on. Look at this one. Look at this one. So, I think I want mine to be a little lighter. I don't know if they get lighter when they're older. I don't know, but I'm telling you, I think it might be time. Finally, it's been almost 2 years. September this year would be 2 years. I honestly, you guys know if you've lost a wonderful pet, it feels like yesterday. And so I'm just like, I might feel like I'm ready. Reagan says you'll have to move so I can get a dog. Yeah, I think I can convince the owner to let me get one. So I'm hoping, but let me just tell you, I think I'm ready. So we'll see. I don't know what brought that up. I don't know what that brought. Bethany says doodles are so popular. I know. Well, mine got lighter, Rhoda said. Check out the parents' color. Thank you, Rhoda. I will. So if any of you the ones I just showed you are available right now. And usually she has a waiting list. So I think, people aren't spending money as much as they were right now. But if you just want to even follow her, because someday you will see my dog on here, not now, but someday it's, hang on, let me show you. This is the name of her. She is 4 dudes and a doodle. So, I'm not exactly, they're in Utah, but they raise them, they raise them like a special way. And I don't know, I'm just saying. Hi, Divine. Hello. Frank and Sharon says their neighbor has one of those super sweet dog. They volunteer at nursing homes with him. Yeah, and this the way that they raise them, like you could go to their Instagram and they put them in with like little tiny kids, and little kids are pulling on them, and they're just like used to it, so they're just like blah, 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 just happy little dogs, they're just like, they're not like aggressive or anything because they really breed them that way. So he looks like a golden. You guys bring him over for a play date with our herd of gold. Cheryl has like thousands. How many, Cheryl, how many goldens do you have? She sent me the cutest Christmas picture, and you guys have so many golden retrievers, and golden retrievers are like so awesome. So awesome. So yeah, I'm just saying. Life is better with the fur baby. That is so true. Kimberly says most places just charge extra per month to have a pet. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking like we could pay like a pet deposit. So 5. Cheryl has 5 golden retrievers. Oh my gosh. But they are so gorgeous. Golden retrievers are like companions for life kind of thing. So I love that. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm throwing the idea around, trying to see how I feel and things like that. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Thinking about it. You know how I always overshare everything. I'm trying to like limit on something. So let's see. And you know what, Teresa, I probably really won't carry her around too much. But the little dogs, you're not supposed to let them go on the stairs. I learned after Cookie was like already had her back surgery. So little dogs, if you ever have a little dog, you're not supposed to let them go on the stairs. You're supposed to carry them because it's very bad for their backs. And we didn't find that out until Cookie was 8 years old and she had to have back surgery. Yeah. And so you're supposed to carry them. No one ever told me that. So whenever I meet somebody that has a new puppy that's little, I always say, don't let them go on the stairs. And trust me, it's a pain in the rear, but yeah. Okay. Let's see. Cheryl says, don't throw it around. Like, don't think about it. Just, you will love her. Oh, I will love her no matter what. Tina says you could tell your landlord it's a service dog. There you go. Jennifer says, hi, sorry I'm late to the party. Any idea as to why the bundle sold out so early? Because they were popular. We tried to gauge how many we think we're going to sell. And they did sell out very quickly this time. It's a very popular set. Yeah, I sorry. That's why I always recommend people go the night before to look at the. I mean, I know a lot of people have reminders on their phone just to go check, or make sure you get text messages from us, because that's a good reminder. Usually I'll send out a text when it goes live on the website, so that will help. But yeah, fast. Oh, Cheryl says she'll babysit. Thank you, love. Debbie says she lost her Sally the same day I lost Cookie. Got a cockapoo last December. Rosie. Oh, Debbie, thank you for sharing that info with me, because you'll see people walking their dog, and I'll say, I'll pet their dog. And I'll say, oh, I just lost my dog. And I start to cry. And they said, oh, when did you lose your dog? And I said, oh, 18 months ago. But like, I could still like instantly cry just because, okay, we're not going to talk about that anymore. Let's see. Cheryl says, we know what we're doing. I know you do, love. Would you consider creating a stamp with Micah 6/8 on it? I don't know. Hang on. Let me get a pen. I don't even have a pen out right now. I'll look it up. Hang on. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Hi, Katrina in Alaska. Hello, my friend. Hello. They do leave paw prints on our hearts. That is absolutely true. So the homework, if you've signed up for the class, if you've signed up for the scooter dog class, the homework is now on the website. Where do you find it? I don't know. I don't know. I know, but I don't know. Somebody in the comments can tell us where you can find the homework. I don't know if it's on the page or in your folder, or you have like all the classes you've ever bought. There's a special spot on the website for you to find all of those items. I'm looking on something really quick. So, if you want that, you can go find that. Jennifer says, I normally purchase the first night, but I fell asleep due to a bad headache. Oh, yuck. Oh man, I'm sorry, Jennifer. So yeah, homework is posted for the class. There are a few spots left on the class. So it's so hard for us to try to gauge how many we need and how many we don't need and things like that. So yeah, there are still some left, because we ordered a lot on this one because it's dogs. Everyone loves dogs pretty much, right? Hi, Carol, love. Okay, thank you, Carlon. She says it's under the extras on the online class. Thank you. See, I'm telling you, there's so much. The website is like amazing for information, right? Like if you have a stamp set, you can go to that stamp set on the product page and click view idea gallery, and all the ideas using that stamp set will pop up, right? So you can upload to the gallery so people can see your creations. We have a lot of extra freebies on there that you can download. There's a lot of different things. Jennifer, yes, the one that is not in stock, the 5x7 background, that is one of the items stuck in customs. You guys have no idea how big that order is that's stuck in customs. And I know I keep saying I need to reorder everything that's in customs, but I cannot have double of everything. Like someday I might get those boxes. I think it's like 12 boxes, you guys. Someday I might get those boxes, and then I'm going to have way too much of stuff. But if and when those 5x7 backgrounds come in stock, because eventually if I might have to reorder them, whatever, they will be on flash sale. So if you didn't get the bundle, click the notify me. It's going to stay on flash sale for 24 hours after it comes in stock. So you have plenty of, who knows when it's going to get in stock, right? Who knows? Will the paper bundle and the word die come back for the class? No, Bethany, it's gone. Those are one and dones. Sorry, those are one and dones. Lou Jean, that would be such a good idea. I actually designed one, and I didn't like the angle of it. It's a weird, she's talking about the adder, I can't even see the word. those chairs that are wood that are like beach chairs. I designed one and I didn't like the perspective of it, meaning like the view of it. So I need to look at it again. Yes, Marianne says, I use the search on the website to find a stamp or die I need, like a happy birthday. Yes, the search is amazing, you guys. Yeah. I know the search doesn't get used as much as it should. I use the search all the time on the website. Like, oh, do I have a stamp that says XYZ? And then I can go look at it. I can go do that. I can go search it. Ellen says, hugs, hoping the shipment gets released soon. April 22nd. They've had it since April 22nd. There's actually something that's supposed to come out on the 20th of June, and we're going to have to do some flip flop and switching or something because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of telling you guys it's stuck in customs because it sounds like the most lame, stupid excuse. Sorry, I shouldn't say stupid, but stupid excuse ever to say it's stuck in customs. That is like dumb. And to say that, and it is true. I'll give you the tracking numbers. It's true, but it just sounds so lame, and I'm so frustrated with it. I try not to think about it because it just frustrates me and gets me upset. Because it's a lot of inventory that we've already paid for. I don't know where it is. I don't know when I'm getting it or if I'm ever going to get it. Yeah, it's being held hostage. I don't know. Kimberly says, I love using the search. Quick way to find certain words from a stamp set. Absolutely. Absolutely. Reagan says, this is the month next week on Tuesday. Yes, next Tuesday, the class is going to be there. Vicki says, if you look at the class on the website and scroll to the bottom, you will see the link to the homework and supply list. Thank you, love. Thank you. Thank you. Stephanie Smith says, yes, I use the search in gallery all the time. Yay. I love that. I love that. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me happy. Let's see. In other news, what else is happening? See, I always like just sometimes I'm like going, well, should I share that or should I? We're going on a little trip this Saturday. It's not like a fun trip. It's a family situation. Don't talk to Ken about it because I don't know if he really wants us to know that we're doing this. But we are going to be flying to a local state to see some family members that we need to check in with. That's probably all I'll say. But we leave Friday. We get home Sunday. So it's a quick trip. But I don't get to see the boys on Friday, which makes me sad. That makes me sad. Or Saturday. That makes me double sad. But let's see. What else is new coming up? We went to my parents' house on Friday with the boys. And my dad heated the spa so the boys could go in the spa. It was nice and warm. I think my mom went in a little bit too. I didn't. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. Oh, Reagan says next Tuesday for the shipment release from customs. I would love that. I would love that. Ellen says, remember when the ships were lined up in the harbors? I know. It's just like, it's all crazy, huh? Alfie says, my sister bought some shoes in Italy, had them sent to me in Arizona, and they are missing in action. So sad. Oh my goodness. You know what? Seriously, I know. Isn't that crazy? It's like, and there's like literally nothing you can do when something's in customs, supposedly. Are the boys in swimming lessons? They are. So they take swimming lessons, and they're doing pretty well. So I'm really proud of them. They're not afraid of the water, which is nice. But Ken and I were talking about when we were little kids, I don't think we ever took swimming lessons. We both lived in Chino, and Chino is very inland, and it's very, very hot there. And so I had a pool in the backyard. I do believe Kenny he had a pool too. And we grew up with a pool in the backyard because, that was the way everyone lived there. And so, 45, 50 years ago, it wasn't that expensive to put in a pool. But so we just grew up swimming. And so it's different for the kids because they don't have a pool in their backyard. So it's a little different. So, yeah. Let's see what else. So I forgot to turn off the flash sale, you guys. So there are a couple items left on the flash sale. So after this video, I will need to go turn them off. But the clam card, we still have some in stock. The beach time stains, we still have some in stock. And the stencil, which I can't believe we still have some of those in stock, but we do. So those are going to go off flash sale in the next hour. So go get them ASAP if you want them. Are there new storage items stuck in customs as well? No, Karen. I'm still waiting for some more samples on that. I need to check in on those because I should have had those samples by now. I have already placed an order, but when you place an order, so like here's kind of like how it works. So hang on, I gotta write this down. So when you approve something, right? Then you say, okay, factory, you can make this. And that's a minimum of 30 days for production, right? A minimum of 30 days. Then, it usually takes a week for them to pack it all up and do all of that stuff. Then it's a minimum of 30 days on the water. So you're looking at 60 days minimum. That's like bare minimum. So usually I say closer to like 75 or 80 days by the time you figure out what's what, you know what I mean? So I have a lot of prototypes coming to test also. Well, I mean, I got to check in with that because those should have been here a long time ago. I did get a box today, but I think it's dies of samples. So, which is real fun. Now I get to pay tariffs on things I'm not going to sell. So, I mean, it's life. It's the new life, right? And, but it's a bunch of samples that need to be tested and approved or sent back to the drawing boards. Is the grand folded stuck in customs? Yes, Damari, let me tell you everything that's stuck in customs. So the 5x7 beach scene background, actually, it might be easier to pull it up over here because I have it. You know what? I'm having trouble with my Adobe Acrobat lately or whatever it's called. That's not it. Hang on, let me see. Okay, well, it's not going to be easy to find it. I thought it would. Let me tell you. So the 5x7 beach background is in customs. Let's see. The heart side edge folded is in customs. The A2 beautiful butterfly flip it is in customs. And it's all brand new stuff, you guys. It's all brand new stuff. None of it is old stuff. Like if it was a reorder, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it's all, what else is stuck in customs? There's more. There's something that's supposed to be on the 20th that's stuck in customs. Let me look at my release schedule. One of the word dies. I don't even think we released it. Not thinking of you. Oh, there's another one that we didn't even release that is stuck in customs. There's just so much. There's so much. The grand folded is stuck in customs. Russ had swimming lessons from the Red Cross in a small lake. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. How would you suggest storing stencils since the Katie envelopes are no longer available? Working on that. Give me time. Working on that one. Give me some time. Give me some time. Let's see. Yeah, give me some time on that, guys. So right now, just keep them in their poly bags. And what you can do for now is if you do have any of the stencil pockets, put so you have one pocket here, put a naked stencil behind it, then put another pocket, then put a naked stencil, then put another pocket. So they're at least safe. But we are working on something. Yes. Yes. Sorry, it's taking so long. It's out of my, I am, and this is the killer part of it, you guys, is I'm the type of person that does not like to have things on my schedule. I just said, are the Kirsten buddy bags gone forever? I shall not answer that question. How's that? How's that? I shall not answer that question at this time. What is it called when you plead, when you can't answer? I plead the fifth. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? I shall not answer that question at this time. That's all I can say. Marianne says, I love your new pockets with the kangaroo pouch. Genius. Thank you. Thank you. Lori says, I think I gotcha. I think you gotcha. I think you gotcha me too. I think you got me too. What was I talking about before I read that? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, the brain. Yeah. About pleading the fifth. Thank you. So Laura, thank you. So I'm working on this other project, right? And I have to wait for other people to do stuff, not my employees, this whole other situation. I'm waiting. I have to wait for other people to do something. And they're not doing it. And so I send a follow-up email. Hey, have you done XYZ? Oh yeah, I'm going to get to that. No, you said you were going to do that last week. You told me you were going to do it last week. I need you to do it. You should have done it last week because you told me you were going to do it last week, right? That's just how I do it. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, you need to do it, right? If you're not going to do it, don't tell them you're going to do it because that's not nice. So I'm dealing with that in a different situation, not technically not even business related, but I'm like, okay, but you said you were going to do it last week and I'm following up mid this week and you still haven't done it. So I don't know. I just get very frustrated. Kellyanne says, I'm joining late because I just had a disaster. I was getting ready to package some completed cards and cellophane. And even though I know better, I had a glass of soda on my table, knocked it over. Kellyanne, I feel your pain. I've knocked over 2 cups of Diet Coke, full Diet Cokes in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I feel your pain. I'm sorry. Oh, I feel your pain. Debbie Ann says, oh, that's the worst. I deal with that in my current job all the time. I'm forever following up and it drives me crazy. Yeah, it drives me crazy too. And most of the people I'm dealing with are guys and that I don't normally do things with. And so I'm like, Ken, you need to help me on this. You need to help me on this because this is nuts. I need to get this done. And I'm like, I need you to step in because they're not listening to me because I'm the witchy woman. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and so finally I told one of the guys, I'm like, I'm sorry to be like a witch about this, but I need this done. And he's like, oh, you're not being a witch. I don't think you're being a witch. I'm like, trust me. They don't think I'm being a witch. They think I'm being the other one. But if you say you're going to do something, do it. That's all I'm asking. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Tried to order the class 3 times now, and it keeps not letting me check out saying server isn't available. Victoria, email Faylene, my love, because I haven't heard that from anyone else. So email Faylene at info@thestampsoflife.com, and she will get that fixed for you. I'm sorry that's happening. Because that shouldn't be happening to you. I'm sorry. So yeah, email Faylene at info@thestampsoflife.com. Let's see what else. Hang on. I got an email. I got to make sure that it's not. I'm the type of person that cannot handle having unread emails in my inbox. It like drives me crazy. Let's see. What else am I talking about here today? Oh, Merlin got her class. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, and speaking of spilled drinks, you guys, the last time I went to HSN, there is only one Circle K, and trust me, I've been to all of them in the general area and all of the other places that have soda fountains, found the best Diet Coke. Now that we're no longer going to go back there, found the best Diet Coke, got a full one because I knew I was going to go on the air. You have to be at the studio usually 2 hours before you go on the air, right? So I have this perfect Diet Coke and I bring it and I put it on the floor off to the side. So it's like against the wall. So it's totally safe. And guess who knocked it over? Brand new Diet Coke all over the place. Luckily it was on the floor, but I spent a good 20 minutes going back and forth, getting more paper towels from the bathroom, cleaning it up, saying to everybody, I'm sorry. Everybody's really nice about it. It's no big deal. But I was like, oh my gosh, first of all, how embarrassing. Second of all, that was my Diet Coke for the day. I mean, for the next couple hours. It was awful. So I feel your pain. Kellyanne says, when I worked at a retirement community, I was the move-in coordinator and dealt with movers. They always thought they didn't have to listen to me because I was a woman. I know. And if you told them to do something, you were like the witch, right? Yeah, I know. See, when a guy is enforcing the rules, it's like he's a good businessman. but when it's a woman, it doesn't always go very well. So yeah, just saying. Alfie says she might have to be in a board meeting the night of the class. But at least it's recorded and you don't miss out on any giveaways or anything. But that is a bummer, Alfie. Oh, Kellyanne says she thinks she scared her dog when she yelled when she spilled it. Ruth Debbie says when men are firm with other businesses, they are called professionals. Oh, yeah. Okay. But when women are firm, they're called, I know. See, that's exactly. Exactly. Lori says she was one of the first service managers at a Datsun Nissan dealer. Wow. Really want smaller magnets. Yes, Cheryl, me too. Actually, I did approve those. So those are in production. Yeah, it's because like keep in mind, guys, there's like all these different pockets we want, right? Okay. Then there's all these different boxes we want, right? Okay. Then there's all these different magnets that we want, right? Okay. And whoosh, it's all new stuff technically. So yeah, it's a lot of behind the scenes. Ruth Debbie said a man told me that when I worked in computers, then he promoted me to a supervisor. Good. Yeah. Okay. But and then I told Ken, I said, Ken, you need to jump in and be a jerk. And he goes, I can't be a jerk because they know I'm a Christian and that is not Christian like. And I said, oh, what? So I have to be the jerk? I'm a Christian too. And Ken is just more like, he's more, let's get this done with kindness. And I'm like, no, I want it done now. It's overdue. Yeah. So I'm the meanie. So we have a cruise coming up, the family cruise that we're all taking, because remember my brother invited my parents, and then I said, okay, I will go too, because I need to keep an eye on my parents to make sure that they're safe and they're good and they're okay. So yeah, we're working on that. They don't have Diet Coke on the cruise, so I was told I could bring some of my own. But I can survive with Diet Pepsi. It's not the best, but it's better than being in China or in like real Mexico where they don't have Diet Pepsi. It's something different. So it's not that big of a deal. Rhoda says, Stephanie, my husband made me a sign for my craft room of your company design. It's going over 2 cabinets filled with stamps of life. Rhoda, thank you, my love. That's awesome. Reagan says they just need to follow through with what they promised now. Amen. I know. Hi, Polly, my dear. So yeah, I almost feel like I should give you guys the UPS tracking numbers for the stuff stuck in customs, so you guys can all start emailing. I'm kidding. But that's not what I'm dealing with. But whatever. So let's see. I'm trying. You know what? I'm missing my chapstick. I thought I grabbed a chapstick. Did I not? Hang on. I like my Burt's Bees one. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see. What else? So again, the homework is posted for the class for next week. And the flash sale is going to go off in the next hour if I remember to turn it off. Hopefully I will. It lights up. He made it on a 3D machine. Rhoda, you have no idea how much I want a 3D machine, a 3D printer. 100 years ago when I worked at Sizzix, they had one. And I was just like, this is awesome. I'm so into that kind of stuff. But Ken needs me to focus on stamps of life. And if I get like a new toy, like I'll just focus on that. And he's like, no, you need to continue working, which luckily this is also my hobby, so it's, someday when I retire, maybe I'll get to get one. I don't know, but he's right. I would totally just like go off focus, and I need to stay focused all the time. Quilty says, we have a rule at our house. Say what you mean what you say, but don't say it mean. Oh, I love that. Poncy says she wants the UPS tracking number. Rhoda says it keeps him busy. He's retired military, can't stay still. You know what? My dad retired. Did I tell you guys that? My dad's retired now. And he's bored. So we got to find some things for him to do because he's bored. He does like to paint things. So, and he does like to put models together. But at some point, it's like, how many model cars, if it's not like your passion, because like if it's your passion, that's different, right? But it's not his passion. So he's like, well, okay, I'll put like one or two together at Christmas time if you give me a Christmas present. But he doesn't want to do that all the time. I need to find a passion for him. So Dolores says that's why my husband went back to work. I know. He did not want to retire, trust me. But it was time. So he misses his friends. I know. They've met a couple times, he and his friends. So I need to find something for my dad because he needs something. So your dad could make cards for your mom. You know what? Okay, isn't that funny that like no one in my family is like, whoa, let's make him make cards. I'm like, I think I was adopted. Carol, maybe they switched us at birth and I'm really your kid. I don't know. Carol's son was born the exact same day I was. So that's why I'm saying that. I don't know. All I'm saying, diamond painting. Merlin, I haven't thought of that one. Ellen says it would be nice for him to find a volunteer place. It would. It would. I told him he needs to go get a job as the Walmart greeter. And he goes, they don't pay enough. I go, Dad, no, you're doing it for fun, not for pay. You don't need the money. So I don't know. Debbie Ann says, that's why I'll never retire. I just need to go into business for myself. Yeah, my goal is to never retire. I'm like, I have the perfect life right now. I mean, if I want to drop everything, I can. If I want to go do something with the grandkids or something, I can drop everything and then work at midnight if I need to. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Russ says if he drives and likes people, he could be a shuttle driver for a car dealership or for seniors transportation. Yeah, maybe not. Dad, if you're watching this, I love you. He could watercolor cards. Okay. I'm liking the diamond painting and the watercolor cards idea. I have some watercolors that I bought a long time ago. Our church did this watercolor class and loved it, but ain't got no time for it. So I have a lot of watercolors I could give him. And I could set him up on a YouTube channel that has a lot of watercolor things. Stephanie says she wants to get back into cross stitching. And then you can make card making. I don't have any plans to design that, but actually I'm working on something that could actually work for that. That's interesting that you bring that up, my love. That would be interesting. Marianne says, retiring on September 5th. I'm going to be 71 and my daughter has her second on the way in December. I'll be busy. Yay, you will. Diane says, get him a 3D printer. That's a good idea. Now, do you have to have a lot of computer skills for a 3D printer? My dad's good with the computer, but he's not like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop good. He's good with emails. He's good with websites. But do you have to be good with like Illustrator or SVG files? See, I don't know that enough about 3D printers. Let's see. Your dad sounds creative. How about learning stained glass? Okay, Karen, guess what? When I was a kid, he did do stained glass. So that is also an option that I thought maybe we could try to get him back into. LLPGH says, I have a collection of watercolors. Yeah, I'm thinking I like the diamond painting and the watercolors because diamond painting, you can buy one and then they have pre-made models and to download. Okay, that would work, Diane. But like diamond painting, it's like one kit. And if he doesn't like it, that's okay. Watercolors, I already have a lot of the stuff. So if he doesn't like it, that's okay, right? So I think, hi, Wendy. I think I'm going to try those two. I think I'm going to try those two first. Rhoda says it involves a lot of interpreting pattern measurements, but there may be simple ones to start out on. My dad is very good with math. So my dad is very business oriented. You know what he should do? He should be like a business consultant because he has that kind of brain where but he likes to be creative. So I'm going to try those two, you guys. My son has several 3D printers, and there are some programs that make it easy, but you do have to slice files. Russ says, after my dad passed, my mom got more involved with church, including being elected as a deacon and elder and serving as a treasurer. Good for her, Russ. I love that. I'm liking the diamond painting and the watercolors. Let's start with those two. I'm going to go because Father's Day is coming up. Dad, I hope you're not watching. Father's Day is coming up. So maybe that is a good, I love those two ideas. We're going to start with those two. Let's circle back in a month and see how we're doing on these two. Lou Jean says we need better storage for the wax seals and handles. I know, love. I know. Cheryl says Craig just came in and said he was going to go in and make me a spreadsheet to keep me on track because I'm stopping too much and not getting your things done. Cheryl, I love it. Is there a senior center near them? You know what? No. And my mom's trying to convince him to move to a retirement community because then he could go hang out with all the other guys. And my dad is so social, you know that. But he doesn't want to leave his home, which I understand. They've lived there 40 years. It's their home, and it's a beautiful home. And he worked very hard to have that home. And so he doesn't want to leave. So, yeah. Get him a light pad for the diamond painting. It makes a big difference. I have a light pad. I have one, Jana. I don't know where it is, but I'll have to find it. Diane says, okay, tell your dad I will Skype with him twice a week. Ruth Debbie says, and we can do a different craft each time. I would love to hang with him. Ruth Debbie, you are so funny. Oh my gosh. You guys, on the day of the craft day, the day of the store day, I got to go because I have a meeting at 11:15. But the day of the store day, we FaceTimed my mom and dad, and Ruth Debbie was flirting with my dad. Just saying, right in front of my mom because they were in the car. Not really flirting, but you know my dad. My dad has never met a woman he didn't like. Let me just tell you, he flirts with all the ladies. Let's see. Okay, a light pad. I love this idea. Okay. Ruth Debbie says, I'm so in love with your dad. Ooh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay, you guys, I need to get out of here. Yes, Rhoda, send some pictures. I need to get out of here. I have a meeting at 11:15 that I need to actually look decent for. But flash sale's almost over, so go get them if you missed them. The class homework is now posted, so go check that out. We do have a couple more of the class left, so if you want that, you can still go buy it. You'll probably get it in time if you buy it now. I will see Ken has his Take Two Tuesday tomorrow live, and I will see you Thursday for another episode of Stephanie's Crafting Corner, where we get together live every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I make something. Have a great day, you guys. I love you all so much. Thanks for hanging with me on a Monday, and I will see you soon, okay? Take care, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.